Hey guys, Zach Calhoun here. Hope you're doing well. Today I'm going to share with you a short interview I did with Christy Britt out of Padre, Texas. She's a cloudpano.com Pro Plus user and she's having lots of success in her market. In this interview, we cover a few things that are important for you today. How she understands her market, what are some things she does for pricing, how she thinks long-term with her clients, how her vacation rentals market is small but very unique and helps her make a lot of money, upwards to $10,000 per month as a real estate photographer. And also she reveals a simple sales strategy and tactic that you could use today. So check out the interview, and most importantly, listen to why she loves and uses cloudpano.com as her 360 virtual tour platform. And I hope you can pull out some golden nuggets for you and your business. Thanks for joining me today. Let's get to the interview. Hey, so just to kind of start over our conversation out, I would like you to kind of just introduce yourself so people that are watching or listening can get to know you. So, I mean, for you guys that don't know, my name is Zach Calhoun. I'm the founder of cloudpano.com. Christy's one of our users. I would call her a power user. Go ahead and introduce yourself, and then we'll go from there.
All right, my name is Christy Britt, and I worked for a virtual tour company, for about 7 or 8 years, and then I went out on my own last year and started my own business, and I realized I probably should have done that several years ago. But
keep going.
The timing. I found you guys on a Facebook ad, and the timing of it was absolutely perfect. And so far, it's been fantastic.
Great. So where are you located? What's your market look like? Who's your favorite customer?
I live on Padre Island, not South Padre Island. Padre Island that is by Port Aransas, and it's technically considered Corpus Christi, but we're across the bridge, so, you know. Our market is mostly beach houses. We are lucky enough that we have several vacation rental companies, lots and lots of Airbnbs around here. There's also an Air Force base, so we have a lot of people that only live here for a few years. They'll buy a house and they'll move, either rent it out or sell it. So the turnover around here is pretty high. A lot of people buy beach houses and don't realize how much they're going to cost, so they end up selling them within a few years.
Yeah.
Which is great for me.
Cool. So your primary market is residential real estate?
Yes.
Gotcha. And so what all do you offer them? I mean, tell me about what's your pitch?
Right now, I really just do still photos and the 360 tours that you guys host for us.
Cool. Yeah. Why did you decide to go with Cloud Pano rather than some other alternatives? What were some of the reasons?
Basically because I'm pretty impatient, and if somebody's looking for a place to rent for the weekend, they don't want to watch a 10-minute, Hollywood production of vacation rental. Like, they just want to check it out and keep moving and, see where they want to stay. And I really love the Cloud Pano because I can do a tour of the inside of the condo, and then, if off the balcony you can see the pool, you can just click right to the pool and check out the pool area or the dock or the beach or whatever. So.
Yeah, cool. So overall, it's a fast experience to show the space in a virtual tour environment pretty quickly, right?
Exactly.
Cool. That's the kind of the market we're going after. We want to help people go faster, not slower, right?
And I think it helps a lot with some of the older properties. Some of these beachfront places have had the same owners since the 60s, and it kind of shows.
Yeah.
And they're not going to be perfect. Like, they're going to have repairs, and there might be a crack or two in the ceiling, or, a little bit of wear and tear, and it doesn't show as much as it would with traditional super clear, I guess, I don't know, tour.
Yeah, so instead of doing a scan every 4 feet, you do whatever you want, right? And you can show off what you want to on property.
Exactly. Like I don't have to do a close-up of the less perfect areas if I don't want to.
Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. Yeah, we're trying to give full control over users, and it seems like because you've made so many tours on our platform, that your clients like it. What's some stuff they say about it that they appreciate?
Basically the same thing. Like they don't want to waste people's time. They want their clients to come and look at a property. They don't want to feel like they've already seen the whole thing. You know what I mean? Like I had a realtor tell me that they don't like the 3D that other company
Yeah.
because you don't get the chance to explain anything. Like if they miss something, then the person assumes they've already seen the whole thing. Or just I don't know. Like it's so exact that you kind of feel like you already saw it, but there are always things that you could check out about a property.
Cool. So it's a little bit more immersive, but not too immersive where the broker or realtor may feel like they forfeited their opportunity to pitch them. Yeah. Okay.
Exactly. And it doesn't cost a fortune. I don't have to make the huge investment in all the equipment and pay hosting fees and all of that ridiculousness. And I don't have to charge $300 for a tour. And they're pretty happy about not paying that.
Yeah. So, okay, let's talk about your pricing strategy because we were discussing a little bit earlier, and I cut you off and I said, I want you to tell our people in an interview, I want you to tell the people, what's some ways you break into a new customer, and if you're comfortable, you can share your pricing or a rough range, and then what are some like long-term strategies that you've kind of like been working on? Because I like your approach in your market.
Well, since I did just go out on my own about a year ago, I'm trying to let people know that I don't still work for the people that I worked for, and they will try you if your price is right. They will keep you if you're good.
Yeah.
So if I can offer them a 360 tour and still photos for $180, which is basically what I charge, they're happy to try it. And I don't think that they think the other guy is 3 times better than me. I can guarantee you they don't.
Yeah.
So that's super helpful.
Cool. So you're a third of the cost and you're better and you have better options. That's cool. Sorry, what were you saying?
I would really one of my goals was to get them to stop using cell phone photos in their listings. So because it's embarrassing.
Sure.
Sorry.
So you kind of know your market pretty well. You kind of know what they need and what's that perfect like high conversion pricing, I guess, to really get them to say yes.
Exactly. And it's really helpful when you have other realtors. We live on a tiny island and everybody knows each other. So when one of my realtors actually tells somebody that uses cell phone pictures, quit being cheap, it's only $100, they're going to try it.
Yeah, that's true. They don't want to be embarrassed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's a $7,000 house. Do not use cell phone photos, please.
Really. Yeah, do your client some justice. That's cool. So that kind of creates a natural referral network for you, right, I guess?
Exactly. And we do have a lot of properties around here that are not super expensive. Like we have a 620 square foot condo, but it's right next to the beach and we have a great pool. So to be able to show all of that in the tour is awesome.
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of value in being able to show that, like, and be able to move it around yourself and quickly view it. Just so you guys know who are watching, Christy Britt is a Pro Plus user on Cloud Pano. So every time she makes a tour, so from guessing, I know her pricing now. She created 2 tours and she paid for her entire annual hosting fees on Cloud Pano, which is pretty good considering she's made 40 plus now on the platform. So that's pretty cool. I like how you have a good, tell me how, okay, so a lot of folks want to know this, Christy. When they're breaking off on their own, I get these kind of questions all the time. What should I price? A lot of nerves go into like revealing a price or asking someone for a sale. Because, they want to get them to say yes, like really bad, and they know they have 40 properties they're going to be using this year or whatever.
That's why I went with the flat fee. That's why I just said $100 a house. I mean, some of these places are tiny. Some of them are huge. If it's over 3,500 square feet, yeah, it's going to be more. But I just give a flat rate of $100 for now. I'm going to give myself a raise pretty soon. But people like to know exactly what they're paying. That there's a photographer around here that charges by the square foot, and they just don't want to have to think about like how much that's going to cost or do the math. It's so much easier just to say, hey, it's $180 for a tour and photos, and they're like, okay, cool, do it.
Cool. So your one of your strategies is don't make your client pull out a calculator. That's what you're saying.
Exactly.
I
Give
got
them
you.
at least a rough estimate.
Yeah, that makes sense. I get that.
Because most houses are going to be, at least over here, under 3,000 square feet. So if you have just a regular price under a certain square footage, and then just say, bigger houses or more. I don't know.
Sure, that makes sense.
Because even I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
But even a 2-bedroom condo, it still has a kitchen, it still has a dining room, it still has all of the parts that you have to photograph as a giant house. And they're actually harder to take pictures of than the bigger ones, because the bigger ones, at least you can scoot back and you're not moving furniture and stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense. So it does sound like, from what I'm hearing, you have it's definitely a volume, like residential, high volume type market. How many houses do you think you shoot a month? Like, what's the
Oh, geez.
average?
I do 2 or 3 a day.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, I don't know. That you're making me do math.
15 a week. That's 60 a month. That's good. I'm just throwing the highest number. 60 a month's great. And if you're charging $8 for a virtual tour on Cloud Pano, some users may say, well, gosh, Zach, I want to charge more. Listen, I get it. Like, I want to charge more too, but Christy knows her market and she knows what she needs to do.
If they're really choosing between, are they going to go the more affordable route, or are they going to go all the way? Because there's a company here that does Matterport. They have drones. They do the high-end photography. So if it is a very expensive house, they're going to go with them. They're not going to use me anyway, because I don't want to do all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like if I charge more, then they're just going to go with the company that also has the drone and does all the other stuff too.
Yeah. That makes sense. So you're positioned really well. I mean, gosh, if it's $200 a house and you're shooting 60 houses, that's good money. I'd be happy with that.
It really is. It has, after the hurricane, I was working primarily in Port Aransas, and it was pretty much taken out after Harvey. So this has helped us immensely with getting over that, I guess.
And
Right now,
that's great.
I was just going to
Go,
right
sorry.
now.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say a lot of things have just finished being rebuilt, and that's another reason that we're super busy right now.
Cool. I was just going to say I'm happy to be a part of that that journey, that life change for the better. That's great. That's what we want to be about. With being a software platform, we can't go out there and always do the work, but we can do our best from our end and hope that it brings life change. So that's cool. I like that. That's a cool story.
You guys are awesome. I love that you're still small enough of a company that we can call you and ask for help with something or make a suggestion, and then it just magically happens.
Yeah. Well, Clayton, my technical co-founder, is working his butt off to make that magic happen. So if you
I know.
let's see.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Kudos to them, for sure.
I got you. That's cool. Yeah, we just did some really cool updates. I'm going to send out a bunch of emails about it, so it'd be cool for you to check out for sure. Well, I want to hear one more question before I let you go. Your first customer or your first client, you were telling me about, you guys just go out and drink wine or something like that. Tell me, like, for our users, how do I get my first 5 clients? What should I do? I'm breaking out, I'm brand new. What should I do? Christy guided me. Help me.
Oh man.
What would you, or what's your story, and then what advice would you give?
That's hard because I've had mostly a lot of the same clients for 8 years already. I would say if they're trying to pick a photographer that they're going to stick with, wow. I think your platform's just better. I don't know. That's all I got. It's faster. It's easier. You don't have to have a special app. It doesn't take forever to shoot. Also, like people, you're at their house and you don't want to be there all day.
Sure.
So you can shoot. I shoot these virtual tours in about 20 minutes.
Oh, great. That's awesome. That's the average number I've heard before.
Yeah, and it takes, I mean, the whole thing from start to finish, assuming it's not a 5,000 square foot house, takes about an hour and a half, I would say, because I edit out all the tripods and I try to edit the photos as much as I can, but not too much. I don't spend a ton of time on it. But $80 for an hour and a half of work is a pretty good paycheck, I think.
Yeah, especially when you're as busy as you are. So let's go back to my question for a second. If I'm brand new, what's a good what's a great fun way to get my first customer, like my first realtor? Tell me a funny story. Tell me something.
Oh geez, I got invited to a bunco group and we all played dice and drank a bunch of wine, honestly. And around here, it seems like everybody's a realtor.
Yeah.
And they just refer me to their friends. It's fantastic. A couple of them were trophy wives and they got their real estate license and then now they're making more than their husbands. But hey, if you're going to look fabulous all the time, may as well be a realtor.
Hey, that is great advice. Thank you so much for all your wisdom. And it was just fun. Thanks for the call. I appreciate it. And yeah, just so you guys know, Christy is a Pro Plus user, so every tour she makes has Christy Britt Photography on it. No one even knows Cloud Pano exists. So
that's the best part. I think that's the best part.
All right. Well, hey, I gotta go. I had to go home. So thanks for the call, and I'll edit this and throw it up to the community, and I hope it helps them. All right.
Thank you so much.
All right,
have a great night.
You too. Bye.